My life ended in a nightclub. But let me go back to what happened in the beginning. My mother, she was the first one who became Christian in the family. And that made a big mess in her family. And her father threatening her to kill her because she changed her religion. And what happened is that she told him once that she's going to get baptized. And he said, you know, if you do that, I will bury you in that place where you are going to baptize. She said, I will not do anything against you, but I know that God will do something. And that in that day, she was in a revival meeting in that church, and her father, he came to that church just to plan, you know, to hurt that pastor, American pastor. And he was waiting near the door where he started to listen what these crazy people are saying. And God touched his heart in that evening. And after the meeting, he came to her, he said, when are you going to be baptized? And she told him, he said, okay, put my name. And they baptized the same day. So she led her father to Christ, then she led her mother to Christ. Then the third generation was us. She led all of my brother and my sister, but I was the only one in the family who was the black sheep. I started to ask myself, why Christianity is right? I was searching for two things. One thing I was searching is for happiness, because for me everything is a poor family, we don't have anything. What if we have money, what? And the other thing is where the truth is. Is it in Christianity or is it in other religion? So I practiced Islam for more than 3 years. I was a Muslim, where I did not find what I was looking for. So with the help of some of my friends, they teach me how to take drugs. And I became addicted to drugs, but for me, I found some happiness in there. But I was struggling. I started to drink, but I was struggling. I have no happiness, nothing changed in my life. But I know that there is a mother, who is my mother, is praying for me 4 to 5 hours every day for 23 years on her knees. And my grandmother was praying for me, and she used to tell me, look boy, I'm not going to die before you become Christian, then I will die. See, she used to tell me, please accept Christ because I miss my Lord. I want to go home. I want to go home. But because I did not find truth in Christianity, in Islam, you know, I'm a musician, I like music. A friend of mine, he said, why don't I offer you something? I said, what? And he took me to that nightclub, which is the biggest nightclub in Jordan. And he said, you will enjoy your life here. So when I went there in that time, you know, I said, wow, this is paradise. This is heaven. This is heaven. And I worked there for many years to find out that even people who has big money, you know, they are not happy. They are not happy. So what I do? So I was struggling in my life a lot. No happiness. Money is, I used to get a lot of money. Money is not helping me. Christianity is not, Islam is not. What I do, the best is to kill myself. So 3 times I tried to kill myself and get rid of this life. But one day, a friend of mine, he came to me in Jordan and he said, Kamal, if you die and if I die, where do you go, you think? Or where do you think I will go? You know, for me, it was boring, you know, to ask me every day. I used to tell him, why are you telling me this? But when we go to our tents, when I go to my tent, that was scaring me a lot. And for the first time after many years, I went to the church. And when I entered that place, I said, oh my God, this is what I miss. This is what I miss. You know, people are happy, but I am not. They don't have anything, but I have everything, but I'm not happy. So a person in that time from the pulpit said, because you're not cold, because you're not hot, I'm going to throw you from my mouth. And I was a person like this, struggling between both. And when I heard that he's going to throw me from his mouth, I took it literally that Jesus rejected me. So I left that place and I said, where I run away from God, where I run away. So when I came back home in that nightclub, something happened. In that evening, you know, I don't know what to do. But I received a letter, and it says that my brother Ramzi, he was in a motorcycle and he died in an accident. He's the same one who used to ask me that question, if you die and if I die. And then I knew in that evening that if I die today, I will go to hell. Then what I did, I said, okay, God, I want to do something. Did you throw me from your mouth? And then I said, if you accept me, I will serve you all of my life. Do something about it. And when I say, if you want me to say that I'm a sinner, no, I'm more than that. I need you more than that. And in that time, something happened to me. I cannot explain it. Now I explain it, that the Holy Spirit filled my body, my life, my heart, you know, to the time that people were dancing in that nightclub. I started to dance near my desk, you know, and people, they thought that I'm crazy. I did not believe that Jesus will accept me, you know. And in that night, that time, I resigned that evening from that nightclub, and I said, who I will tell the first? It was 7 o'clock in the morning when I left that nightclub. So when I entered that house, my home, my grandmother, who was like 88, 89 years old, and she had a very weak vision, she was standing on the other side of the room. And when she saw me, came in, she said, come boy, this is what she told me, come and sit here. I said, why? She said, come and sit here. I said, what do you want? She said, you became Christian. I said, oh my God, how did you know? She said, I saw it on your face when you just get in. I said, yes, I did it. She hugged me and she said, you're a bad boy. Now I want to go home. Now I finished my job. In 1 week she died and she went home. And that touched my heart. And me, for my mother especially, it brought a lot of joy that I was the lost and now I'm a Christian. And I did not know that Jesus goes to nightclubs, where we met together in that nightclub at 8 o'clock in the evening, where I gave him all of my life.